Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 31 of this Let's Play Europa Universalis 4 as the custom nation of Polcaster. We are, of course, in the 24 custom casters scenario, where our goal is to be the last caster standing. And we're just called casters because the first country I did was Lancaster, and I thought I'd name all the others caster, just so I knew precisely which ones were generated by me and which ones were random. So one thing which I had meant to touch on in the previous episode and completely forgot, and I'm sorry about that, is the recent announcement of the newest expansion, Mare Nostrum, which is going to be all about the sea, hence the name. One of the biggest changes probably is they're introducing sailors. So you have manpower for land units and you will then have sailors for naval units, and you use sailors both for producing new vessels and for repairing ships. And there is some slavery mechanics for these Berber states up here which are actually really famous for raiding the Mediterranean for slaves to man their galleys, so they can actually go on slave raids and get sailors that way, as well as just generated over time in the way that manpower is. Another big change is the addition of trade leagues. So for example, the Hanseatic League was split up into the Lubeck, Hamburg, Bremen. Those can now all join a trade league, which will be headed up by one of the merchant republics, and it has to be a merchant republic that owns it. And that basically allows them to pool their resources into a defensive alliance that only takes up one relation slot. That's the main bonus. I'm a little unsure about that one because only the league leader can have more than one province. The others have to be one province minors, and they tend to get swallowed up so quickly that I'm not entirely sure just how powerful trade leagues are actually going to be. Plus the fact that league members have to give 50% of their trade power to the league leader, so that's actually going to be bad for them. Like, the only benefit is really the defensive alliance. So yeah, I'm not sure how that's really going to work, to be quite honest. I think it should allow maybe anyone with a duchy government type. So once you become a kingdom or an empire, then you are no longer eligible to join a trade league, though of course the league leader can be of a higher rank. What else was introduced? Espionage. Espionage is getting a completely new overhaul, and that actually sounds really good. Like, espionage in this game so far has quite frankly been disappointing. But the overhaul is introducing spy rings, and then you can basically build up what's essentially an espionage currency, which you can then spend on the different actions that you can take against other players. So it's not financed solely by cash anymore, because that was the big problem. Is it all costs money, and money's already pretty short, so spending on espionage, which wasn't that powerful unless properly used, it wasn't that great, except for like the increased liberty desire, which I think was free, and that is quite powerful. Then finally, the last one, which I don't quite understand properly, so I'm not going to go into it too much at this point, is they're introducing the idea of states and territories. So as you conquer provinces, which are already implemented, I believe it's basically these things, I think. You can then have territories, which is basically land that you own and accord, but it will not give you full bonuses or full benefits. Then states, which are basically, you've declared this to be like your home counties. Like I said, I don't really understand how this works. It works quite well in Victoria too, and that's the only other reference to it I can see, where basically wherever you have a state is where you can start building factories, and in that case it makes sense because that's like your industrialized versus your colonial. So your stuff over in the Americas, they would be your territories rather than your states. However, we already have colonial nations, so like I said, I'm a little unsure precisely how that's going to function. Anyway, there is a press release up. I will link it in the description if I remember. I think I might go and do that now, actually. And there's also a trailer which introduces you to it. And if you want a little more insight into how the actual features work, then you will need to look out the EU4 developer diaries, which they do release every Thursday? No, doesn't sound right. Let me go and look that up and I'll let you know. Wednesdays. They come out on Wednesdays, and I've put that also in the description, so you'll be able to just click it below. It's the last section of the links on that first post, not the top. The other thing I noticed while I was checking that is this is actually episode 32, not 31, so I'm sorry about that. This is episode 32 you're watching. Right, let's get back to the gameplay. We are at war with Polcaster and Scania. We have been absolutely obliterating their armies, even though the war score does not currently reflect it. It's because Suzdal, of course, has been taking casualties, but we are, in fact, winning. We haven't fought Scania very much yet, though. Only Polcaster, but we have a significant army. We still have a decent amount of manpower outstanding, and they have very, very few. Well, they have relatively few troops compared to us, although Suzdal might be on the verge of giving up, which would suck more than a little. They're leaving good. So we have an army going over here to deal with these rebels. Meanwhile, these two are on the march to start taking more stuff. I should have one of you going to that fort. One of you two should be amazing at sieging. You are. Can I get over there yet? Yes, I can actually get over there. So we should probably do that. Okay, a coalition is definitely collapsing against us, which is excellent. Now, who's started this war? I can't. Oh, we can't do a separate piece of Polcaster. I think that the AI can. Wait, why am I a medium? I'm definitely not a medium. Sorry, I realised the microphone was a bit far away. Moved it a bit closer. Strange. Which one are you? No, you're the rubbish sieger. You go there. You go there. We're just going to have to try and siege down as many of their forts as we can. We should definitely try and fight Scania's army, though I kind of suspect that we already did and kind of killed them. Which is why we're going after the territory mostly. Why are you... Oh, great. Well, once you've taken that fortress, kill the reformed zealots. Ah, and there's their army. Francaster is forced to give Gencaster money. More local defensiveness in Marienburg. That sounds fantastic. You move up here because I don't want you caught separately. Once Wisno has fallen, we'll go after the Polcaster army. Scania is on medium war enthusiasm. There's the Scania army. We have won the siege of Leipzig. Go and kill them. We're definitely taking casualties. Oh, I can convert some stuff. Do so, please. Am I still coring anything? No. What's this outstanding tech? Diplo, we're not actually able to spend that. We don't have any Diplo ideas, we're still doing admin ideas. Is there any reason not to do this? Don't think so. Because we're not the one who's going to be negotiating the peace deal here. Suzdal is. That's done. Navy, yeah, that's right. We're still not quite in a position to actually go after them yet. Oh, come on, take that place. Thank you. Let's start marching. As soon as that falls, we can send them down here because we have several armies that we need to beat. And there we go. Let's go and intercept them. Go from Brest. Hopefully there's no river crossing from there. You've done your bit. Come over here as well. Oh, rebels. Got lucky there. Still on minus 21. So is that mountain? Highlands. Okay, here we go. We're starting to attack this army. We should be doing a very significant amount of damage before these guys even arrive. In fact, we stack wipe them. Where are they moving to? Rhone. Why can't I get to Rhone? I can get to Rhone. Go to Rhone. Don't go to Rhone. Go there. Now where are they going? Lao. Oh, I can't get there. Damn it. Okay, you go and take that out. Meanwhile, these two, I guess, will go and kill that. Okay, we're both on medium now. Polcaster is on low. Polcaster might actually give up soon. Can you please take that one back? Because I do actually want Sandomier's. Okay, kill Gotland army. Renew war taxes. Am I short on money? Not really. Nah. Don't want to waste the Diplo power. Military power. Duh. Ooh, I'm second overall. First militarily, unsurprisingly. There we go, we've retaken that. Now this will be a -2, I think, yes. But we have the much better general, and the much better army, and the much better morale. So even with the -2, this was not a particularly difficult battle, although we are taking more casualties than we should have. Come on, just piece Polcaster out. Okay, Polcaster is now western. Taken Tar now, start sieging. Okay, they're running, good. Now where are they going to run to, I wonder? Further away, no worries. Go and kill them and then them. Except you're marching there. Never mind. Oh, we caught them. Squish. Polcaster has accepted peace with Suzdal. Polcaster... Really? I got nothing. Damn it, Suzdal. Alright, next target is Scania. That's fine. And actually Scania's in trouble here because I now have naval superiority. Except I have no admiral, my ships suck. But they're all galleys, come on, just sink some of their ships. Our morale is dreadful at sea, and not having an admiral is really going to hurt us. We are losing this fight. How are we losing this fight? We have 24 galleys against their 7. Oh, they have 40 ships now. Yeah. That was a really particularly bad fight. I'm just not going to bother with ships. I think that is the secret to this. And Suzdal, you're on your own against Scania. Except if they try and attack me, I'm done. You didn't give me any land. Despite my contribution being basically this entire war. And in fact, I think I'm just going to end the alliance after this. Despite you having westernized, you fucked me over. Sorry, excuse my French. Alright, let's go and siege some of this stuff. Unless you give me Mitieland, which might be enough to redeem you. Ooh. Oh, bugger. Except we're going to arrive first, aren't we? Who's the sieger? You are. You go and siege them. You go and help down here. Scania's army is actually quite strong, so I might lose this fight. Oh, you got the defensive! Ah! No, I'm going to pull back. Not worth losing men over, particularly as I have no manpower left. Consolidate. Consolidate. That's a shift consolidate, not an actual consolidate. We're still making money. Alright, we are not over our relation limit. Who are our allies? You are, and you are. Oh dear, you're losing against... Oh, we don't have an alliance with you. Well, we'll take the alliance now. Even though we're at war, you're accepting an alliance with me. It's kind of... Probably because you're losing against Polcaster. If you really wanted to call me in against them, I would do it. And there we go. It's only Polcaster and Suzdal. Kill them. You siege that. And we... Yikes, Polcaster have a lot of troops. We'll see what we can do. No promises though. Because I have no manpower. I might have to start training up some mercenaries. Although I have been taking admin ideas, have I not? Yeah, so my mercenaries are in fact cheaper. So that's not necessarily a bad idea. Okay, here's my -2. Oh, come on. But we have many, many more troops than they do. And there we go, squish. Shift consolidate, shift consolidate. Right. At this point, it would be prudent for me to split out the infantry, consolidate them just completely, and then attach them. So that was you two, you, oh you were the one I already did. So this is the third army, split out the infantry, consolidate, and then add you back to the third. Like so, and then, oh shoot, how many infantry do these regiments usually have? 12. So we need 4. Okay. Nope. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that will be enough to replenish our troops, and then we're not using manpower for that. So our regular manpower... Okay, at least you didn't give any of my stuff away. And you, we're done. Enough. I've had enough. Once that alliance, once that royal marriage breaks, we're done. I'm not bailing you out anymore. Oh, I can get another bunch of infantry here. So we have got... Oh, I have to wait until they arrive here. Split you, consolidate, group. We need 3 more infantry for you. 1, 2, 3. And you lot march down here. Go. Right. Oh, is Andrew in this one? No, that's Gencaster, okay. We can get more mercantilism for legitimacy. Yeah, it's fine. Having low legitimacy has no negative impacts on me. There's no reason not to do it. Oh, we're in Polcaster as well. So they've called in more people because Gencaster called me in, I guess. Makes sense. Right, how many of you are needed here? 7. You 7, go there. You 4, go there. And then you lot, go down here. We lost a trader, but that's fine. Grab another. Are we really short on money or something? Why don't I have these two already? Especially the admin. Let's get the tax modifier guy, that's fine. Cork bottle stoppers. Price of wine has increased. So we'll wait until our infantry armies have arrived. And then I guess we'll have to take that fort, and that fort. Probably that fort before we can even get into Gencaster's territory. However, we should be able to take this without too much difficulty. Touch wood. Oh right, you're really low on cavalry too. Not much I can do about that, I'm afraid. Can't take Tyrol, can't take Lienz. We'll just have to wait here. Oh, sorry, No, it was Lienz. Linz and Lienz, man, that's confusing. The enemy is on medium. We are still high. Oh, we have Polcaster on our side. This fight is getting really quite interesting. I wonder if Polcaster's navy is... It is. It's much bigger. Well, Gencaster and Polcaster's navy combined versus theirs. Plus my 21 poor galleons, or galleasses up here. So do we have naval superiority then? Kind of looks like we must do. I'll just mothball you again, because you were kind of rubbish. Right, group. And the benefit of using the mercenary infantry is it doesn't cost us manpower, so any manpower we are producing will go straight to the cavalry and the artillery instead of infantry, and we're basically using money to reinforce the infantry. I'll take the cash, because we have tons of prestige. Are you the sieger? No, you're not. You are. Can you switch around, please? Put you there. As soon as they arrive, we'll switch them. And there we go. Siege 0, Siege 1. We want you two switched around too. Come on, 70% chance of victory here. Let's do this. Well, there's Polcaster's army. The Ark Horde has declared war on Suzdal. No, I'm taking it. Good. Tyrol. Treviso. Jens. Gencaster's about to lose their fleet. Polcaster's not moving to help. Midcaster's... oh man. We had that. You just called in 2 really big allies. You just didn't give us a chance to actually do anything. Siege 1, 2... only 2 provinces lost. I guess they were beginning to panic a bit. Alright, victory. Move one there, and one there. Go. Ooh, new idea. Admin. More available mercenaries. Sure, why not? Oh, I was saving for that one. Bollocks. Right, yeah, because we got the interest one, because we were paying off interest before. Is that right? Oh, I don't know. I don't remember. Let's turn the forts off. We can convert another. Please do so. No mission selected. Is that going to be recover manpower by any chance? Vassalize Empland, save the Saxon people of manpower. We'll do the manpower, though I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen. Are there any more fabrications we could be making? Undoubtedly. Ratibors, do we have that one? We do not. Ah, and we are going to be 1 alliance short. So we could make another one. Now who do we want to go after? Polcaster, although you're probably, yeah, your rival to Gencaster. Polcaster is a potential, actually. Yes, absolutely. So we are going to have a royal marriage with you, and you would actually accept that. Wait, you are allied to one of our rivals. Who would that be? Oh, you're allied to Polcaster. Really? Huh. So be it. Off the alliance. So we are going to be 1 relation over because we have the royal marriage with Suzdal still, but as soon as one of our rulers dies, that should end. Why did you 2 just stop? I did not give you permission to just stop. Rebels, not a problem. Reduce maintenance. Hire in some better people. No, we need a better one of you. And I think we'll just take the level 1. Okay, split out mercenaries. Disband. That's 3. 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 regular infantry is what we will need to recover our losses. Once the manpower is recharged, then we can speed up. Now, 1645 already, so we kind of need to get a move on with taking down some of the castles. Like Lancaster is going to be very, very difficult. Oh, I'm annoyed that we got no land from Polcaster, though. Damn it, Suzdal. Seriously, guys. We've got a treaty with them. We can't really target anyone else. It's the problem. Getting the CBs. We need imperialism and nationalism. Yeah. We do, of course, have a bunch of money now, which we could spend on some new buildings. Or on tax buildings, or any one. Production, not really worthwhile. Oh yeah, these 2 are. Wow. Why are those worth so much? Fish. Why is fish so valuable production-wise? Strange. Not complaining, just surprised. Right, how many do you need? You need 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the army in Berlin is now at full strength. Huzzah. Stick you in there. We're still short 2. We can fix that right now and then just start working on you. Cool. Military attack, but we are too far ahead, so I'm not going to do that. And we have Ratibors. Good. Let's continue working on Scania, although we don't actually need to take Scania, I just want kind of these two. Where are they? How to go about this? We need to get down there. We need to get in here. That. Iberia is going to have to fall. Africa is going to be a pain, especially these bits. Polcaster, of course. Really should have got this tech first, because the administrative efficiency is really, really useful for just taking large chunks of territory from enemies in a war. I'm annoyed about that. Mistake. Bad mistake. I could start... could start fabricating on Polcaster, but Polcaster is one of my allies right now. You go there. You group. Recall him. How many do we need? 2 more. And then our army will be at full strength. So ultimately our allies will probably have to be Anjou, Scania, I guess. Serbia maybe? Use them to gobble up some of those provinces. Those were rebels. Man, that's a lot of rebels. Full maintenance. I think we might need to turn on some of our forts here. Recall you. Let's start. Didn't I build? Oh, you're still building. Okay. You there. You there. That should be enough overwhelming. Put you there. Am I going to have enough time? Yes. Now run into Danzig before they finish that siege. Okay. And you're going there, that's fine. Oh, they took Hamburg. I thought I was like, what, have more spawned? No. They just took Hamburg, that's fine. Let's group you. In fact, yeah, I probably should have taken their prestige there, actually. Seeing as I've been trying to save up my admin. Making silly mistakes right now. Okay, squish. Big squish. 1, 2. Need to get 7,000 men back into the army, but that's fine. Shall I start claiming Polcaster and then spreading over this way? I mean, really, I need to take Lumberg out, which I have not claimed. Have I claimed Stade? Oh, I have. So Lumberg needs to be claimed. I need to attack Polcaster. Really, taking some of that would be helpful. I need to continue claiming Polcaster. Polcaster is really the big one that I need to take down. There's another one, it's fine. Let's flag up the territory that we want. We're just making a claim on that. Oh, we're already claiming one of the Dutch ones. Whoops. Oberlausitz, I guess just because we have already been claiming them and it's just territory that we need to expand our strength. So what's left? Oberlausitz is their capital. Yeah, we could do the claim on that. What else? Bamberg? Braunschweig we'll start doing. Alright. So we're just going to expand into Germany, and then once we're big enough in Germany, then we shouldn't need to worry about aggressive expansion. The limiting factor is how big our army is. But as we're growing and growing and growing, we'll have more and more of a power base on which to call troops. So that shouldn't be too big a factor. We're still way ahead on that. We need to remember to do that. That's the only thing. Rather than going possible advisors. I mean, admin tech cost is very, very nice. I just don't really want to wait that long. Anyway, that is the end of this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe if you have enjoyed this. Seriously, it helps out a tremendous amount if you like and subscribe, so please do so. If you've been enjoying this content, if you have any tips or comments, please do let me know in messages, and I will respond to you where I can. Likewise, let me know in the comments if you're excited about Mare Nostrum, or if you're a bit worried about some of the features. Like, I highlighted some of the issues I have with the trade leagues. Let me know if you feel the same way, or if you have any more ideas on how the territories and states will work. I'll be very interested to hear that. Anyway, I will catch you next time. Goodbye. Allies right now. You go there. You group. Recall him. How many do we need? 2 more. And then our army will be at full strength. So ultimately our allies will probably have to be Anjou, Scania, I guess. Serbia maybe? Use them to gobble up some of those provinces. Those were rebels. Man, that's a lot of rebels. Full maintenance. I think we might need to turn on some of our forts here. Recall you. Let's start. Didn't I build? Oh, you're still building. Okay. You there. You there. That should be enough overwhelming. Put you there. Am I going to have enough time? Yes. Now run into Danzig before they finish that siege. Okay. And you're going there, that's fine. Oh, they took Hamburg. I thought I was like, what, have more spawned? No. They just took Hamburg, that's fine. Group you. In fact. Yeah, I probably should have taken their prestige there, actually. Seeing as I've been trying to save up my admin. Making silly mistakes right now. Okay. Squish. Big squish. 1, 2. Need to get 7,000 men back into the army, but that's fine. Shall I start claiming Polcaster and then spreading over this way? I mean, really I need to take Lumberg out, which I have not claimed. Have I claimed Stade? Oh, I have. So Lumberg needs to be claimed. I need to attack Polcaster. Really taking some of that would be helpful. I need to continue claiming Polcaster. Polcaster is really the big one that I need to take down. Wisna's another one, it's fine. Let's flag up the territory that we want. We're just making a claim on that. Oh, we're already claiming one of the Dutch ones. Whoops. Oberlausitz, I guess just because we have already been claiming them and it's just territory that we need to expand our strength. So what's left? Oberlausitz is their capital. Yeah, we could do with a claim on that. What else? Bamberg? Braunschweig we'll start doing. Right. So we're just going to expand into Germany, and then once we're big enough in Germany, then we shouldn't need to worry about aggressive expansion. The limiting factor is how big our army is. But as we're growing and growing and growing, we'll have more and more of a power base on which to call troops. So that shouldn't be too big a factor. We're still way ahead on that. We need to remember to do that. That's the only thing. Rather than going possible advisors. I mean, admin tech cost is very, very nice. I just don't really want to wait that long. Anyway, that is the end of this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe if you have enjoyed this. Seriously, it helps out a tremendous amount if you like and subscribe, so please do so. If you've been enjoying this content, if you have any tips or comments, please do let me know in messages, and I will respond to you where I can. Likewise, let me know in the comments if you're excited about Mare Nostrum or if you're a bit worried about some of the features. Like I highlighted some of the issues I have with the trade leagues. Let me know if you feel the same way or if you have any more ideas on how the territories and states will work. I'll be very interested to hear that. Anyway, I will catch you next time. Goodbye.